I started my game development journey around 1 year ago. In that time, I've installed Unity, started learning C# from scratch, released my first game called Invisiblock onto PC, started a game development YouTube channel, started an official Instagram business page, released a second game on PC, released the same game on Android platforms, started a mailing list, and I'm on track to release my next game, Silhouette Dash, in under a month. Today, I'm going to take you through my process of the last year. If you enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Hey guys, Blakey here and welcome back to another video. Approximately a year ago, I installed Unity and started making my first ever game. The best approach in my eyes to learn from scratch was a simple 2D platformer. So to make it stand out and call it my own, the defining feature of my game was the difficulty. It features platforms that you can't see, forcing the player to guess and memorise different aspects of the level. I spent around a month or two working a minimum of 8 hours every single day to release this, and it was quite frankly the best time I've had in so long. I've found something I can invest all my time into, something productive that keeps me busy. I released Invisiblock and got around 80 downloads. I was super happy about this and spent a while promoting the game and growing my community. Instagram was a huge part of this, and I met many friends in there that I still engage with today. Invisiblock was my life. It has 30 levels and I spent all my time making them. Drawing levels even when I went camping, and going home and pulling them all together, testing them 3,000 times. It was just great. It was all a new experience for me and it was just so fun. The day of release was the most nervous I'd been in a long time. I didn't know if it was going to work or not. I pressed publish and I just sat there. I was so worried, but luckily it went well and no game breaking bugs were found. And overall, it was successful. I'd finally made my first ever game. After release died down on Invisiblock, I went from working long hours every day to pretty much nothing, and I found this quite tough. I really had no ideas, no reason to work, and this definitely took a toll on me. I know that a huge factor in not working on anything was feeling limited due to my lack of experience, and this is something that a lot of people face when first starting out. You definitely feel limited by your own experience. After some months, I found a game idea that I could finally get behind, and that idea is the game that we'll be releasing in about a month's time. I started development about 7 months ago, but this time was a very different experience to my first game. This was a big step up from my first project, with the introduction of new mechanics, more developed levels, making pixel art for the first time, adding animations, and that was just the basics. As time went on, I introduced so many different mechanics as I honestly just couldn't get enough. I then hit a point in development where I'd had enough. I wasn't enjoying the project honestly. I was busy outside of game dev with starting college and other stuff like that. I also think it was due to constantly hitting roadblocks, facing challenges I wasn't sure I could move past, and I struggled to deal with that. I spent about 2 months of not working on the game straight. I'm pretty sure I was going to give up on the project. It was no longer fun, and if it wasn't fun, then what's the point? During my break, I spent a lot of time making tutorials on YouTube for Unity, trying to help a community that has helped me and can help me, helping each other grow, and it was really fun. Currently, one of my tutorials has almost 7,000 views, which is literally insane. YouTube has massively helped during my journey, and it was so fun, and I honestly can't imagine not doing YouTube. I've been making videos for around 8 years now, but this is the only channel I've stuck with, and that has actually done pretty good for me. Then, I had a cool idea for another little game. It was based on an old Wii game known as Wario Smooth Moves. You had to balance a broom on your hand and keep it there for as long as possible. I wanted to recreate that, so I did. I recreated that in a week, I released it and loved every part of it. And it was around this time where I really started taking more time to work on YouTube videos based on quality and viewer enjoyment, and it felt really liberating. After I released Balance the Blade, that's when I decided to pick up Silhouette Dash and try again. It's been about 2 months since then, and I've worked a ton on the game and it's nearly finished, and I'm super happy with it. I feel like I'm at my strongest point development wise. It's funny seeing how I started with a 2D platformer, and after a year I've came full circle and I'm now about to release a 2D platformer. just a lot more developed and well made. I've always been someone that wants to learn something new, especially the last few years, and programming has definitely been the hardest but most rewarding thing I've ever tackled. It is so broad, the possibilities are literally endless, but it is such a challenge. You really need to be consistent if you want to stick around in it, and that is something I'm learning every single day. My goals for the next year are just to keep pushing my limits. I have some big ideas planned, and I guess we'll see if I execute them. Maybe to release a 3D game, keep growing the YouTube channel, stay consistent. They're the most important ones to me. Nowadays, I'm spending a lot of time working on art, pixel art specifically, to prepare for future projects, and just overall enhance the skill that is going to be needed. I've made tons and tons of assets in pixel art, some good, some not so good, but pixel art really is the easiest art style to learn for game dev, as it is just so accessible on computers. Easy to learn, very hard to master, but over time I am hoping to see my progress and see it shine in my future projects. So that is how my last year has gone, how I started my game development journey. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe for more. I will thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.